everyone, my name is Stassi. Today we're going to do something really fun and exciting. I have the amazing Rory here, and we're going to talk about the new game pack refresh, and we're going to talk about the kit that came out last week as well. So thank you so much, Rory, for being here.
No, thank you for the invite.
Oh my, the pleasure is mine. Absolutely, the pleasure is mine. So we're going to start right off. Well, how do you feel about the game pack refresh? Like, do you think it's necessary, or do you think it's EA's like a waste of time?
So I personally, I'm excited by it because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to improve the existing content in the game. There's a lot of things that I think that even the base game would benefit from, such as things like mine's got black, but build and buy items, and especially the plants and the trees. I think there'd be a lot. There's a lot of space to improve that, because at the moment a lot of people do landscaping through debug,
Mhm.
and I feel like if they were to improve their existing catalog, that'd be great.
I absolutely agree with you. I definitely think they do need to have more landscape items. I've just really started playing with debug, and it's really good to an extent, but it is debug, and a lot of stuff maybe just won't show up correctly, or it doesn't work, or it's a different color when you place it down. I
Hmm.
think that stuff shouldn't be debugged, and it should just be in the gameplay without
100%
needing,
agree.
without needing a cheat code to be able to get it. I also like the idea of the pack refresh. Now, in like how I saw it, because I work in marketing, is this is EA's way for people to buy a pack that maybe people wouldn't have bought. So people who have not bought in this pack may buy this pack now because it's new, it's refreshed.
Yeah.
That's how I took a look at it. I think it's going to be everyone thinks it's spot A because they keep using the words refresh.
Hmm.
It could be, I think it could be outdoor retreat. I definitely think it's going to be one of the first game packs because those came out a long time ago. And like take a look at like that pack, and then you look at the ones that like are just coming out now. Like they're literally night and day difference. So what
Definitely.
game pack do you think it's going to be?
So from everything that I've been reading, everything that I've been seeing online, I definitely think you're right with it having a strong focus on the outdoor retreat or spa day, because there's a lot of words like relax being used, all about sort of refreshing. Yeah, I think it would make sense for them to begin at the start, because obviously outdoor retreat was the first expansion pack that was released.
It was.
So yeah, so I think them focusing on that would make sense. And with Spa Day, it's one that I very rarely play with, and I feel like if they were to refresh the gameplay aspects of it, it would definitely be something that I would revisit.
Well, I think that's a really good point. So I only bought Spa Day because it was on sale when Origin had it for 50% off. And I just bought it because I'm a collectionist. I needed to have it in my collection.
Yeah.
I never have gone to the spa. I don't use any of really the build buy. I use the yoga mat because that's what came with it. I guess I specifically bought it because I needed my Sims to do yoga. But I think, okay, crazy idea here. So I would like it if it is spa day, but to do other different types of spas. So like getting your nails done, getting your
Okay.
toes done, going to the hair salon, having more of that kind of gameplay. Like, would that improve your gameplay? Do you think if they took that path?
I, I,
Or
I definitely think so, yeah, because then it can be a bit more personal to yourself. You can sort of live your life through your Sims. Um,
yeah, like imagine if you took your sim to the hair salon and you actually got to dye your sim's hair.
Brilliant.
That would be brilliant. Like I would have rainbow hair. And all of my Sims would have rainbow hair. Absolutely.
And it feels a bit more realistic. I mean, I know the Sims might not necessarily be about realism, but then just clicking on a mirror, or if you're using sort of MC command center, clicking on your Sim and just changing your style that way, it would be bit more realistic.
Yeah, I definitely I like that. So do you like realistic gameplay, or are you like more I want it to be a game?
Uh, Mix and match, really. It depends what sort of mood I'm in, really, because my what I really love doing on The Sims is building. I very occasionally do sort of rags to riches challenges.
Okay.
I don't stream or anything. I just do it for myself, just because I really enjoy the game. But yeah, I definitely think if it was a bit more realistic in that sense, it would definitely be for me.
No, of course. How long have you been playing The Sims?
So I was trying to think about this the other day. So I had the original Sims. I'm 27. So I was about 6, I think, when the
Oh
original Sims came out
wow.
in the year
Yeah,
2000.
because
Um,
you're 1994, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a 93.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
about the same age when the Sims came out. So I
Yes.
remember playing on the Sims. Um, we had a computer that was underneath our stairs in our house, and I had the Sims, the Sims on holiday. I think it's called
Yep.
Vacation in the State, um, and Unleashed,
Mhm.
and Hot Date, was
Hot
that?
date, you've got a
Yeah,
hot day. Yeah,
yeah,
it was the like the date night aspect where you could go
yeah.
out and have
And
like,
I loved the red dress. I remember the red dress, the strapless one. That was like my
yeah.
favorite creator sim item. But yeah, I played The Sims since the start, and it's only really recently that I've realised that I really do love The Sims, because I think I didn't really associate it with being sort of sequels until about
Mhm.
5 years ago.
Okay.
Um, but I had the complete collection of The Sims 2. Sims 3 didn't really do it for me because it was a bit buggy, but Sims 4, I got it at launch, and I had the base game until March 2020, and that was it. And then the second COVID hit, I got every game pack I could afford.
Was that like your COVID escape, was playing The Sims?
Definitely, yeah. It was especially building houses in it. I've got a bit of a fascination with building houses that I see on TV or in movies. Um, I have a particular fancy for building the houses from Desperate Housewives.
Rory, we just became best friends. I don't know if you know that. No, that's awesome. I think The Sims 4 really allows people to build their wildest dreams. And like you can literally build anything in The Sims
Mhm.
4, especially with any of the packs, or if you download CC. Like there you can literally find everything and anything. And it just lets you run wild. And I we almost have the same story because I've played Sims really off and on throughout my entire life. I was about 10 when I started, and I bought Sims 4 for my laptop. It was like 2019, and I just had the base game because I was in between jobs. I didn't really have a lot of money, and I kind of really got back into it because I was watching the 100 Baby Challenge by Kelsey and Peachy K on
Yeah.
BuzzFeed. And I was like, this is awesome. Like, this is why I love The Sims. So I went and I bought it, and then COVID hit. And then this was the first time, really, in my adult life that I still had a job, but I was sent home and I had nothing to do. So that's when I really started, buying the packs and playing. And that's when I fell really back in love with this. And then I fell in love not only just with the game, but with the community. The community is absolutely amazing. I have not met one negative person in this
No, I
community.
totally agree. Yeah,
Right? And like you need that because it's a very negative place out there right now. And then literally like it's like a different reality. And that's the reality I want to live in right now and not worry about
mm.
the negativity. I want to focus on my Hogwarts builds, or I want to do something more creative, and then reality can come later.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
I like being able to see, because we've all got the same tools at our disposal, but just
Yeah.
seeing how differently people use those tools to create. For example, I mean, I watched your Lighthouse build the other day,
Oh, well,
um,
thank you.
and that, I mean, that was just amazing. It's just so interesting to see how people address building, like even from the starting point to the ending point, because you see like different build challenges, but
Mhm.
even just seeing somebody do a speed build, and see them do it completely different to how you would do it. Like some people start with a room, some people start with a porch, some people start with the exterior of the house, and it's just really interesting to see everybody's sort of creative flair.
Well, I'm blushing over here. Thank you for watching that video. That was absolutely one of my favorite builds.
It
That
was
was
brilliant.
well, thank you. I was one of my first collabs actually, and I was really happy that I was able to, do a lighthouse. But you started with a question. I'm curious, how do you start a build? Do you like what aspect do you start with first?
I start with the front of the house. I
Okay.
work out how I want the front to look, and then I will do a box, and then I will add boxes onto that box.
Yes, I 100% know what you mean. It's like box, box, box.
Yeah,
Ooh, now I have a box house and then a box. I'm
yeah,
trying to get a little bit better in adding different boxes to add different dimension to my box house. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? No,
yeah.
that's awesome.
I just remember in playing The Sims 1, I just remember just doing big square houses, and all of the rooms were just around the outside. And then I'd wonder why there was no light in the middle. So I'd just delete one wall, and then it would light the whole room up.
Right? And you would be like, like lights. I had a hard time figuring out lights for the longest time. I didn't
Mm,
realize that like the little saucers, the lights that everybody
mm,
used. I actually
yeah.
used to use like giant chandeliers in all the rooms to
Oh,
add the
okay.
light. And then my sim would walk into the room and just like literally hit the chandelier.
I've just had a bit of a flashback actually to the Sims house party. Um, because there was a big fan, like a big air conditioning fan that you could put in the
Yes.
wall, and that would light up the room. I remember that.
Yes. Oh, I'm having flashbacks too. Oh my gosh. I have not thought about that in years. Like literally years. That's crazy. I like that. Okay. What's your favorite item? Like into build by? Like what's like the one you go
Oh,
to?
that is a question. You go first, and I will follow up.
Oh, I feel like you're gonna judge me super, super hard. Okay, so my favorite items in the build buy is like the most expensive oven. I think it's like 12 grand. And
Oh, the
the
Schnapple one.
yeah, the reason I picked that one is because it's not supposed to like catch my Sims on fire. And I have the worst luck. Like my Sims just want to die all the time. I'll build a Sim and it will like combust like 2 days into it. They'll either die of embarrassment, which I didn't even know that could happen,
Oh,
or the weirdest death I ever had is they died in the dumpster.
okay,
The lid like fell on their head or something and they just
okay.
died. And I was just like, I just bought Eco Lifestyle. What do you mean?
Yeah,
My
why are you trying
sim
to put me off a bit?
my sim just died. Okay. How about you? What's your favorite built by item?
I've just had a think, and don't judge me. It is
I
the cats and dogs toilet.
I'm not judging you. That is so cute.
I
I
put that
love that
in most
toilet.
builds.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I go for the sort of blue suburban sort of builds mainly, and that toilet fits in perfectly. Either that or the season's shower because I like the black bars down the edge.
Okay, I agree. I do like a shower seat. I like to have a bath moment in all my houses. Like I don't usually put a shower. I like a bathtub. But if I was to use a shower, like that's the one I use. Okay,
Yeah,
what item do you think you use the least?
hot tubs. I don't
Yes,
see the point.
I
Because
don't see the point either.
yeah, because I'm not a gardener on The Sims. I like having a greenhouse. I like having a little bit of a pool, but I mean they can. Yeah, the hot tub I just see as a bit strange because your neighbours can just join in with you. It seems a little bit a little bit past the line, if you know what I mean.
No, of course. It's yeah, you and your sim are just on like your first or second date or whatever. And then like you just see the neighbors next door just like come in and they like come and sit down and they like ruin your day because they're like a three-way conversation. And you're like, how can I like what button makes this stop?
Or
Because
Father
like
Winter, he's jumped in before.
well, I've had Father Winter, I've had the bunny, and I've had the Grim Reaper join me in a hot tub. It's
Nice.
like I like the first time because like the Grim Reaper just like came by and like I was like, wait, I who's dying? Because like no one's weeping because you can hear it in like in the headphones. You'll just hear like, woo, 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 woo. No, I'm just like, oh nope, he just came to have a swim in my hot tub.
Just thought of one other item that really annoys me.
Okay, lay it on me.
The telescope.
Oh my!
Does it have to be so big? The observatory.
Yes.
Why is it so big?
Yes. Why is it so big? It's so clunky looking.
In my tiny home builds, and I can't. You can never fit it in because then the garden's too big.
No, absolutely. It just kind of like it looks weird. You know what? Okay, I placed it once. The Cupcake Machine.
Too big.
Too big. Why is there a machine for cupcakes? You can bake cupcakes. You don't need a machine.
Get those simoleons.
Yeah, you spend your simoleons on telescopes, hot tubs, and cupcake machines. I'd rather, spend their money on cars, but that's a whole different debate.
Oh, don't start cars.
No, believe me, I started cars and before, and that's how you divide a room in Sims.
Yeah.
Workable cars and horses. It's not.
Obviously, with cottage living, you've got cars moving in the background. In Debug, you've got the Mini, you've got the Land Rover, and people are going crazy. They're like, cars are coming. But there's no use for cars in The Sims 4 because it's not open world.
No, exactly. Do you think they'll have drivable cars in Sims 5 if that's going to be, because that's their kind of plan. They're thinking about turning it into more of an open world.
I would hope that they would get the best of both from The Sims 3 and The Sims 4. I loved the sort of town hall, city hall.
Yes.
The Sims 3, and I would like to see that sort of more open world introduced in a Sims 4 format.
I agree. Now I have to ask though, horses, because I've literally at this point, either this friendship is over or we've now thrived as friends after that question.
So I had the Sims 3 pets, and I used to build a normal looking house, and then I would always put like down the 64 by 64 lot and build like this small little house for my family, and then build a massive horse what are they called? Stable. Yeah, a stable, but like with a barn, with jumps, with and I do all of the terrain paint, and yeah, I love horses in The Sims 3.
I'm team horses. Like I like horses because like right now you can get the horse mods for Sims 4, and it's just a mesh over a bike. And it's just so weird because like they'll literally pull the horse out of their back pocket and they'll ride it like they're like riding a bike. It's kind of weird. I do want functional horses. That's something I do want. I don't know. The rumor was, and this is going to lead into my next segue about the kids. It was the rumor that was going to be the next kit. It was going to primarily just be horses. Okay. What would your thoughts be? Would you buy a kit if it was just horses?
No, but I would be super excited if it was a free update.
I agree. Okay. I was talking to the lovely Princess Purdue. I did a Simmer spotlight with her, and she's like, because I asked her the same question, like, would you buy a Simmer's kit for horses? She's like, Stassi, listen to me. You think horses are going to cost me $8 in The Sims? That's going to cost us our firstborn child. Okay. Like there's no way Sims are going to give it to us for free or $8. It's going to literally just be an expansion pack for like $100. And it's just going to be 10 different horses or the horse expansion kit. But kits. So what did you think of the new industrial loft kit?
So I will be getting it. I haven't downloaded it just yet. I haven't had the time recently to really play for the last week or so. When they announced it, I was super excited because I love that sort of aesthetic. But I still think it could have been a free update. But I understand why they're doing it. They are a business; they have to make money. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love the look of it. And I've watched a couple of gameplay bits, people building with it, and it does look great. But my only issue is I don't really build lofts, but I would still use the items, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. I was a little salty when I saw the pack. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, really? Because like they already have a lot of industrial stuff already. A lot of it was in eco lifestyle, and the stuff kit. I can't remember what it's called, but it has like the windows. It starts with an M.
Meschino stuff back.
Meschino. Thank you, Meschino. Both very industrial. I thought this could definitely be more of a game,
Of an update.
more of an update. Now, I will say, there's a lot of stuff with this kit. Like that was its only main thing to me, because like all these kits usually have like 4 to 5 items in it.
Mm-hmm.
This kit has over 20.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. There's
quite a lot more than the previous kits that have been.
Yeah, it has more of like a stuff pack vibe to it, because you have a bed, you have a new like a hatch, you've got a new living room table, you've got rugs, you've got wall coverings, you've got a new window / door for your living room. There's some office decor, and there's a couple wall decor stuff. So there is more stuff, which I like. Just for me, I can't see it adding anything more to my gameplay. Now, saying that, if the kits ever go on sale for 50% off, I'll buy it in a heartbeat. I just can't justify spending $8 on maybe something I'm not going to use.
Yeah, so in the UK, I'm just looking on Origin now. So they are £4, well, £5. So what is that in Canadian?
But like $7 plus tax.
So yeah, so it's the equivalent of $8.68.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like quite a lot of money for 20 items still. I mean, I the kits that I've got are the throwback fit kit, and
did you get the vacuum?
No, I didn't get the vacuum, but I got the country kitchen, obviously.
I
try and feel a little bit more British.
I love that. I bought the country kitchen one because I thought that was the only way that we were going to have that country moment. And then this pack came out, and I was just like, what? I was so excited. I mean, cottage living, without a doubt, is my favorite expansion pack. Like
100% agree.
Without a doubt. It's so much better than every other pack. I mean, the rumor on the street is that that's the last expansion pack for The Sims 4, and they saved it to the end as a nice little love letter to the fans.
That would be a shame if it was, but understandable, because if that is the case, they have definitely gone out with a bang.
They've gone out with a bang. There's still 2 or 3 more years of gameplay that they still want to release, but now that they have kits and game packs and stuff packs, I really do think that we're just going to kind of see more of those types of packs and kits. I also think we're going to see a lot more of pack refreshes moving forward. Okay, so circling this all back to the actual roundtable to talk about the game pack, what other game packs would you like to see them refresh?
I would definitely like to see them refresh Island Living, because I think that has so much potential, but
yes,
the gameplay is boring. All you do is swim around. You can find a couple of shells. But I think if they were focusing on the sort of more traditional side of the setting that it's in, where there could be like luau's or things like that to go to, then yeah, that would definitely be more exciting for me. And other ones that I would like to see refreshed, I think Realm of Magic needs a little bit of love.
Absolutely. I think Realm of Magic really does need refresh. I think it should have been an expansion pack, because it had everything going for it to be like, this is the best Harry Potter pack we're ever going to get in The Sims 4. And it kind of like missed the mark completely, in my personal opinion. Like, it's fun for the first time around, but that's as kind of far as you get. I think they could have done a little bit better with the world. I understand they were trying to do like a Diagon Alley moment, and you just like, you have all the shops, but like, I would have really liked it to just be a little bit more different. Maybe even have a secret school to send your kids and like learn the wizardry that way. I think that would have been really cool. I think they could definitely update it. I don't know if they ever will, though, because I think there are some game packs they're just not going to they're just going to leave it.
Because I guess the more niche ones, because I can imagine that things like, I mean, I don't think they would ever, for example, look at updating Meschino, because I can't imagine that half of the Sims community have it.
No, absolutely. I only bought it because I was doing a wedding ceremony reception collab and I needed it. I needed the photo booth. That was the only reason I bought it. I've never really played with it. And I got it on sale for 50% off. So it was like $6. Like I can throw things out if it's like under like $7 with tax, like whatever, that's 2 coffees in the morning. Like, it's no big deal. But like when it's like 15, 20, like that's a commitment. Okay. So what, I think you guys kind of, okay. So you've said island living, and you said, magic, realm of magic. What about, for stuff pack? Like what stuff pack would you want them to refresh?
I can refresh my brain. Looks like I haven't played it for a few.
No, it's okay.
Oh, I already know, and I don't know why I needed to open it up. Paranormal stuff. I think they just need to expand on that because it is my favorite one.
Yes.
And I think if they can just build and build on that, that'd be brilliant.
I absolutely agree. I bought that pack. Like the day it came out because I was obsessed with Scooby-Doo as a child. So I had to build the gang and a haunted house and for them to have that Scooby-Doo mystery moment. Like, absolutely. Yeah. Like, I think that pack needs to continue on and have more of like a game pack vibe to it. And like, maybe for it to have its own spooky world. Cause like, we don't really have any spooky worlds. Like we have the vampire world, but it's not really spooky. You just kind of have Vlad sucking on your neck every time you turn around. Like that's like as much as we get.
Every time you build a new sim.
Yeah, anytime I do build a new sim, I'll literally just see Vlad like walking in the background. I'm like, what are you doing? No.
You quickly lock your doors, disallow vampires.
Exactly. No, I definitely think those kits could be refreshed. I feel like a lot of people really wanted Parenthood to be refreshed. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
I don't really have kids in The Sims because they're just a little bit of an annoyance.
I know for the people that are going to be listening to the podcast, I'm applauding. I personally don't really like kids in The Sims. Okay, kids are fine, but toddlers, no. I just want my child to go to school and do homework without me needing their assistance. Kids don't really add any aspect to my gameplay. Now I know a lot of people are like, I want preteens. I want babies that are actually more functional.
Babies that aren't items.
Babies that are not items. I feel like if the grass is not greener on the other side, they want these things, but then the baby's going to do more things that they're not used to doing. And then they're going to want to turn off whatever that mod is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I completely understand what you mean.
Like, I guess preteens, like, a child preteen, like same idea. Like teens and adults though are basically the same. They just like maybe get like 1 inch taller as an adult.
And they don't have to go to school, they have to go to work.
Yeah, exactly. Or if they like, or unless you've done like mother load, like a hunt for an hour straight and got them that 15 bedroom mansion that they so deserve. You don't really have to do much, right? I know you said at the top of this, you like to do rags to riches. What's the secret to a good rags to riches?
I think frogs. That's because I sort of got the idea from watching other sort of simmers on YouTube and Twitch, where they use the sort of key aspect of a new pack. So, for example, they try to get rich just being a paranormal investigator, or just. But yeah, always start off with the frogs because you can breed them, you can get a lot of money from them, and then focus on the gameplay aspect that you want to make you rich.
I never would have thought about frogs. Frogs. There you go. Frogs. Yeah. Well, I think on this note, I think it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see what game pack they actually think it's going to be. I will absolutely message you the day it comes out and being like thoughts, opinions, and concerns, because I want to hear your thoughts, opinions, and concerns. At this point, EA has not released when they're going to release it. Oh, I do have one final question. It just kind of came to me. What were your thoughts? I think it was like the summer of Sims, whatever what they did this summer. What were your thoughts about that?
Is this the guy cannonballing into the swimming pool?
Yeah, so they had the packs come out, and then they had like, did you go to the music fest?
I did, yes. Okay, yeah. So I know what you mean now. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice idea, because obviously a lot of places we can't do a lot of things because
Yeah.
COVID's still run rampant. So yeah, definitely it was a nice escape. And it felt like I say, because most of my Sims 4 playership has been in the last 16 months. So it felt like a nice reward for sort of putting in so much effort over the last I mean, effort, it's all been for me, but yeah, the effort that I put in it, yeah, it was definitely nice. It felt like they were looking after the players instead of looking after their pockets, if that makes sense.
No, that absolutely does make sense. I think it was really nice. I did go to the music fest. I actually became a Glass Elephant fan like this year. I didn't really know their music before. I know they were around before, but just like on the radio in Canada, like they like only play Glass Elephants. Like you can't go an hour without hearing them play the Space Ghost Coast to Coast like 3 times. So now anytime I'm like, now I can see it in Simlish. So I definitely like it. I thought it was really nice. I thought it was a nice escape, because you're right. A lot of people were not able to go out and explore concerts. Like I just went to my first concert 2 weeks ago for the first time in over 2 years, and it was surreal. I actually bawled my eyes out because I was hit with so much emotion, because I felt so grateful that I was able to get double vaxxed very early on, and that I got to make it to the end of where I was able to go see a concert. But on the flip side, I also felt really sad for the people that didn't get to the end, and the doctors, the nurses, the first responders, the frontline workers who worked tirelessly for the last year so I could sit at home and do Zoom calls. They went out to work every day and were the superstars that we needed. And I felt so sad that not all of them got to make it to the end. So I was literally like crying, and my fiance was like, "Are you okay?" I'm overwhelmed with a lot of emotion. And I'm very lucky. Like, are you double vaccinated?
I'm not. I've got my second vaccine on Tuesday, so I've got that to look forward to.
Fingers crossed. I've been double vaxxed now since July 9th.
Okay, so yeah, it's quite a while.
Been quite a while, yeah. But again, fingers crossed, because the reason I was able to get it so early was because we had a Delta variant outbreak in our region. So
yeah, so we've had similar issues over here, but they did it by age. So they started with the clinically vulnerable and worked their way down, and I think they're now starting to offer it to under 18s, but don't hold me to that. It could be very wrong.
I think it is free in the UK. I think it's under 18. We are right now, we're doing 12 to 18.
Wow, okay.
And basically, if you want to get your second vax, like you don't even need to make an appointment. You can just walk into any pharmacy. Okay. Like that's where we are at this point. So I just really want people to get their second vaccinations as long as they're able to. And then we can say goodbye to COVID-19, and we can maybe move on and become a little bit stronger of a better community.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anyways, happier topics. I feel like that was a sad segue, but I do want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and doing this with me. It was very nice, and I feel like I've just now made a new Sims friend.
Definitely. I've had a really nice time. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Will you have a great rest of your day, okay?
Thank you. You too.
You're very welcome.